Hello, Orange Cat here. We're playing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, case by case series, whereby I either solve one or multiple small cases in one video. We're at the DLC content and now we're gonna look at the DLC Beyond a Joke, which you can start in two different points. We haven't started it yet because you have to listen to people whispering. So I will show you first the two places. One of them is they're both in Grand Surrey, because the case takes place in Grand Surrey. So the first place you can find it is here at the crossing of Silent Way and Bakersfield Street at the fast travel point Church of St. Nicholas. Then as you can see, you see here the stone bridge, the archway, and then you see two women whispering.
That was the third in a row, and all are in Grand Surrey. Of course, the police are still struggling to explain them. Oh, there's a wizard involved.
So that's one of the points, and the other point is, if I remember correctly, I thought another one was here. So we have to walk towards the... This is the fastest Sherlock can run. So okay, maybe faster to run from that way, but anyway. Yeah. This is the fastest we can go. Almost. Almost there at the crossing. The other place you can find two people whispering are two men here.
That was the third in a row, and all are in Grand Surrey.
So that's here at the crossing of Silent Way and Casino Boulevard. So that's with most of the cases. You can sometimes find several points where you can start the game. So yeah,
Of course,
to
the
these
police
guys. Oh, yeah, we finished talking. Now we can. Oh, that's the clubhouse. My fault. No, they're looking.
That was the third.
Okay, now we can listen. Magical performance, wealthy houses, and burglary. Stealing the show. 3 houses were robbed in Grand Surrey during the magic show. The police are looking into it, but apparently without any progress. This is the start of Beyond the Case, Beyond the Joke DLC. Okay, so you can find other. We can go to the archive, but you can also another way to find the houses. So they're all in the Grand Surrey area. One of the houses. We go to Promenade Square. We head north. And you have to run a bit up ahead. And yeah, this is really the fastest. Where are we? Is this building? No, right? No, this is from another. Where? Wait, this Grand Surrey. I have 3 places. Oh wait, I think. So yeah, obviously you have to go to the archives. That's the police archive, because there have been 3 other burglaries. So a bit strange, because I remembered it was. This is a house that got robbed. This is one. Check it out. Otherwise we'll just go first to the okay. Let's see, where are we? Wait. Okay. Bit strange, because normally it would be this house. Because oh wait. Okay, I'm really confused. Wait, where are we? Okay, we have to go to the archive, because normally you will be able to enter by going to that house. Okay, this is a bit strange, because this is a place where there has been a robbery. It's strange, because normally when you start Beyond a Joke, I started the first time on this point, and I once did it also finding them here. And the houses that were robbed was this one, this house, and then a house in the middle. I don't know which one exactly, but and you could recognize them because there was a wooden sign that has the poster of Alonso in front of their entrance, like the path headed towards their house on the main street. A bit strange. Anyway, so district, Grand Surrey, I guess, documentation, property crimes, no. Yeah, not property crimes. This one, dispatch a unit to investigate burglaries at the addresses below. Look closely into this amazing Alonso guy. He must be somehow involved. Constable Donovan. So that was Grand Surrey, criminal pattern and property crimes. Okay. Oh. Okay, then I forgot that we had to actually go first to the police station to activate the places. Okay. That was my fault, so you had to go to the police archive, find the stuff. So I'm not sure if it was changed or if it was because you picked up the information on this point with the true men instead of the 2 women here. But let's check it out, because since I know which houses we need to be, let's see if now we can find all the houses, or if they changed that as well. Okay, no they didn't. The house.
Magic is all the rage these days.
So other houses that have this board in front of them is the places we have to examine. So a bit strange. This is the golf residence. I'm not sure if they updated that in the game or anything, but yeah. Is the golf the other one? This is one as well. So we need to head up north. So yeah. I'm not entirely sure of the other playthroughs I did, if it was also this, like you had to. Okay, this is the other place.
Magic is all the rage these days.
I see this bulletin board. The Grouber residence. The Lane residence is I think should be one of the houses in this area. Let's walk up ahead. So you should recognize them because they have the big sign in front of the garden. So let's check it out. Yes, I'm mostly just surprised why it changed to that we had to find the archive first, and then we could find the houses where the
Magic is all the rage these days.
boards are standing. Because for the few times I started this quest, I just stopped or listened to the people about the information, and then we could immediately find the houses with this board in the garden. This is the Lane residence. After you've been to the police archive by finding listening here to 2 women or here to 2 men, we apparently had to go to the police archive, and then the 2 residents, golf residents up here on Bakerfield Street. The other one is the Lane residence on Seoul Road, and you have the one near the Promenade Square is the Grouber residence along the Gallifrey Street. That's all the 3 houses we have to examine. Yeah.
My apologies, but I am not in the mood for visitors. Not after the debacle that was my last auction. Stolen from by my own valet. Bitten by the viper I nursed in my bosom. Oh, the indignity.
Oh, drama indeed. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I could help you get to the bottom of this.
Sir Finlay Lane, philanthropist, industrialist, art collector. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I suppose I could use your help, if only to confirm my suspicions about Vincent.
What happened at the auction?
I intended to sell the gem of my collection, Cordona cypresses, to fund an orphanage. God knows we need to take some of these poor waifs off the streets. To entertain my guests before the bidding, I arranged a magic show. When it was over, I went upstairs to the gallery, and it was gone. The cypresses were gone.
Could you tell me more about Vincent?
A scoundrel with 1 leg and 2 faces. He's been my valet for a dozen years. Who would have thought that he would stoop so low as to steal from me?
Vincent has only 1 leg.
He lost his right leg in the Crimean War, but despite his age and his peg leg, he's actually quite spry on his on his foot. I took him in, gave him a job, and this is how he repays me.
Did your guests enjoy the show?
Oh, yes. The amazing Alonso is well worth the money. The orange trick was nothing short of amazing. Everyone was completely enthralled.
So you suspect your valet of stealing the painting?
There's no one else to suspect. He's the only person other than myself who was upstairs that day. He had asked for a day off only the night before, so I was a little surprised when he came here just before the auction.
Did he tell you why?
Something about a damaged wallpaper roll. I'm refurbishing some rooms, you see, but that's his job. I don't bother myself too much with the details.
I'd like to take a look upstairs where the burglary took place.
Well, you look like a decent man, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to my gallery. It's the only copy, so please don't lose it.
Or he just needs to just buy with a new lock on the door. This is the DLC Beyond the Joke.
Pretty big for an orphanage. An ambitious project. These must be the names of the contributors.
The next lot is Sherlock's Unmentionables. Do I hear £500? 400? These are real sweet-smelling oranges, not props.
The glasses.
There are traces of concealer on the rim.
Then the orange tree and then the top open orange.
Secret compartments are hidden amongst the fake foliage. Nothing but a clever illusion.
Then the back of the orange tree box. We see a button.
Pushing this button makes the oranges grow within seconds.
Okay, let's head upstairs. We can look near one of these chairs to find blue paint residue. The banister. We can go into the hole
Oh,
on the
someone spilled the
right.
paint. Mind your step, Sherry.
Okay. Paint.
The paint splatters on the plank and floor don't match up. Right, footprint, size 9.
Fella's only got one leg. Can't blame him.
The paint can that fell. Then the open closet. A missing scroll. Wallpaper scroll. Let's enter the gallery door, which is an area upstairs that has a look. Other banister. Scratches. Right. Let's enter the other room.
Remember playing sardines as a kid, squeezed into tight spots? This.
The frame is
feels the
intact. He
same.
took only the canvas.
And then the wall with the mirror.
Cordona cypresses. Angelo Cicchetti, 1840. The end's in miner's end. The end of what?
Of some miners, apparently.
It doesn't matter who squeezes the oranges. What matters is who gets the juice.
And now we found all the clues, so we can deduce what happened. Okay. Stranger walking across the room. someone walking with the wall scroll. Someone writing on the wall. So unidentified.
The thief entered the house disguised as Vincent, removed his fake peg leg, and walked across the plank to the gallery where he stole the painting.
Now I can talk. Speak with the homeowner. So I head back downstairs.
Your valet is innocent, Sir Finlay. In fact, he wasn't even here on the day of the auction.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
The man you saw was disguised as Vincent, with both his legs present and extremely capable. As you were engrossed in the show, he walked across a plank to the gallery right above your heads. An acrobatic feat of no mean proportions.
My good old Vincent, in truth, I didn't doubt him for a second. Do you know who the brazen thief is?
Not yet, Sir Finlay, but rest assured I will find him.
I would be much obliged if you'll recover my painting, too. Just think of all the urchins who would get a chance at honest work.
Wait a moment, I thought you were planning to fund an orphanage, not a workhouse.
Bah! Workhouse. What an outdated notion. The orphans will be fed, clothed, and educated. Yes, they will also learn an honest trade. What's the harm in that? Surely it's better than picking pockets and begging on the streets.
With all due respect, Sir Finlay, this is exploitation of child labour, no matter how you look at it.
You're entitled to your opinion, sir, but the fact remains the painting belongs to me, and what I do with it is nobody's business but my own. Thank you, and good day.
Okay, now we can look at all the houses. Where are they? Let's head back to the Grouber family.
Lovely to see you.
Who do you think you are, barging in here like this? Another hack writer from the Chronicle, here to mock my misfortune. I will not tolerate your lampooning.
I have no intention of mocking you, and I am no hack writer. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Holmes! The name sounds familiar. Are you perhaps related to that brilliant young man, Mycroft Holmes? My late husband, Sir Ralph, spoke very highly of him.
Yes, indeed, he is my brother. I am sorry for your loss, Lady Grouber.
Loss isn't the word for it. It's an outrage. It was a black pearl necklace, not some mere bauble.
Actually, I meant your, Never mind. What happened exactly?
What happened? I was robbed, for heaven's sake. While my guests and I were enjoying the amazing Alonso show, a thief broke in through the window and stole my necklace.
Do you suspect anyone? One of your guests, perhaps?
Good heavens, no. My soirees are strictly for Cordona's creme de la creme, very far removed from the debaucheries of that libertine Lady Calf. Do I suspect Lady Vaughan, the governor's own cousin, or the Right Honourable Lord Crane, or Lieutenant Colonel Wolfe from Dorset? Preposterous!
It was a magic show, yes?
Oh, yes. Alonso turned cards into butterflies. An impressive spectacle. Everyone loved it. Lieutenant Colonel Wolfe became so excited he had a coughing fit. I had to send him to the guest room to catch his breath.
I'd like to take a look at the crime scene.
Please go ahead, Mr. Holmes. I haven't touched anything whilst waiting for the police. Those laggards do take their time, don't they?
Okay, let's...
Don't distract me. This part's tricky.
Small table.
The audience don't notice the secret compartment hidden behind all the cards. Pushing this button swaps the upper and lower compartments and releases the butterflies.
And the playing card beside it.
Signed by someone from the audience, I think.
Let's go to the guest room.
This room suits me, doesn't it?
The green table.
These cards are carefully arranged. The thief is trying to tell us something. All the other jewellery is untouched, but why?
This butterfly must have seen something. Come on, little chum. Spill it.
How did it get here? This bedroom looks more like a treasury.
Or a dragon's lair. Even asleep, she's guarding her precious hoard.
The glass and the locking bars are intact. The windowsill is perfectly clean.
And now we can recreate what happened.
The Lieutenant Colonel picked the lock to the bedroom and opened the window to make it look as though someone broke in. The thief didn't break in through the window, as he would have you believe, Lady Grouber. He picked the lock of the door from the guest room. It seems as though Lieutenant Colonel Wolfe has sticky fingers.
But why would someone of his station commit such a crime? He's a reputable man, a commander of the Dorset Regiment's 3rd Battalion.
Did he introduce himself to you as such?
Why, yes. He was such a debonair gentleman, a brilliant raconteur.
And an impostor to boot. A thief in wolf's clothing, so to speak.
But, Mr. Holmes, that is a serious accusation.
The Dorset Regiment has only 2 battalions, Lady Grouber.
What are you saying? I need to sit down.
Well, you know, I may catch the thief yet. Until then, I bid you farewell.
Let's go to the last house. Yeah, so you interact with all the evidence. You will get to all evidence found, but yeah, most of the time only the key evidence is important.
Aren't you a dashing young man? May I ask your name?
Sherlock Holmes at your service.
I'm Lady Calf, but please, call me Miriam. How have I never seen you at any of my parties? Oh, you've missed out on so much fun. The latest one was a blast. First, a magic show, and then, to everyone's surprise, an audacious burglary.
I beg your pardon, Lady Calf, but why are you so excited? Wasn't it your house that was burgled?
Let me ask you, have you ever witnessed a crime at a party? Of course not, but my guests have. Oh, it was a night to remember. Everyone's gone home, but at least I have these fine gentlemen here to keep me company.
This looks quite lax for a police investigation.
I'm sure the officers are eager to sink their teeth into the case, but I thought a small aperitif wouldn't hurt. Nothing like a little champagne to get the brain working, I say.
Could you be more specific? What exactly happened?
Well, there were drinks and hors d'oeuvres, followed by more drinks, of course. And then we gathered to watch the amazing Alonso saw himself in half. Oh, it was breathtaking. Some guests had to be revived with smelling salts. Then I invited everyone upstairs to see Abel's collection of curios. And there, someone had stolen Abel's treasure.
You mentioned a treasure.
Frankly, I have no idea what it is. Some kind of shell the size of a dinner plate. Didn't look that valuable to me. Abel brought it back from America, a place called Massachusetts or something.
You mean Massachusetts?
Yes, Massachusetts, that's what I said. He's been strangely obsessed with it ever since. Locked it inside a chest like some treasure. Poor Abel, he's going to be so upset when he returns.
Who is Abel? Your husband, I take it?
Yes. My Abel is a famous, what do you call it, astrologist. He travels the world, digging up saucy sculptures, old chamber pots, that kind of thing. You boys and your silly hobbies.
I'd like to take a look upstairs where the burglary took place.
Certainly, be my guest. Such panache. You have to see it to believe it.
Now, gonna look inside.
Shards of a broken bottle. That must have been one wild party.
Oh gosh, I feel sorry for the housemaid.
Lady Calf certainly spares no expense.
Sherry, we are spending too much time hunting criminals and too little time carousing. These people certainly know how to have fun. Remember we did the same trick back in the day. It takes two to perform it.
This ribbon bears faint traces of soot. Short brown hair without a root.
Well, there ain't any rabbits in this hat.
This deceptively simple box is actually an elaborate apparatus. An industrial-looking saw, I imagine it's fairly loud. Alonso must be a short, lean person to be able to fit inside. The saw was working for several minutes to build up tension in the audience.
Now we can look upstairs. Get
Sir,
more clues.
only just wash the upstairs floor. Just stay down here until it dries.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, you can still walk upstairs. You can examine the room. Statue, sarcophagus, statue. Other stuff.
I can tell this one is old.
More statue.
I'm not half bad, am I? You have to admire the gall. It looks like a leaf from a fruit tree. Botany's not exactly my forte, but it could be a pomegranate, possibly?
And the blade.
This doesn't make sense. Why haul this machine up here if one could just steal the chest?
Now we can recreate the scenes.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
To saw the chest and mask the sound, the thief used the same equipment as in the magic trick, and at exactly the same time.
And now we can talk with the lady. Let's explore how the leaf got into the house. Let's head outside. Around the corner, around the corner. First tree.
That's it, a pomegranate.
Don't look at me. I'm not in charge of the investigation.
So once outside, you can follow a trail.
This ladder's pretty long.
Long enough to reach the first floor. These gardening clothes look dirty, but those aren't grass stains. It's paint. These are fake. Large boot, size 9. The rubber is very thin, too thin for actual gardening work.
Now we can talk to the lady, the missus, about what really happened.
I can tell you how the crime occurred, Ma'am, but first, if you'll indulge me, you don't have a full-time gardener, do you?
No, I don't. Why, do you think the lawn needs mowing?
Your lawn is perfectly fine. I just wanted to confirm my theory. The thief was disguised as a gardener in order to blend in with the servants. He used a ladder to climb up to the first floor and later escape.
But the sawing? Surely we would have been alerted by the sound.
Ah, this is where it gets interesting. You see, the thief timed it precisely to match Alonso's performance. Evidently, he knew the trick inside out.
Golly gosh, that makes it even more extraordinary. Mr. Holmes, you are a delight. You absolutely must come to my next shindig.
I can't think of anything I'd rather do less, but this investigation is far from over. Farewell.
Okay, so now we have to find the clues. So we have to go to an arc. archive. City Hall archive. Okay, so current periods, occupation, minors and Gimbal's costume atelier. Gimbal's costume atelier located on Copper Street between Lestrade Road and Furry Street and Miners End. Established in 1878, the atelier went into bankruptcy the same year. The building has since been abandoned. Okay. So I need to find the atelier, but we already walked past by it during another case that has already been marked on the map. So Miners End, and here's let's see, Gimbal's atelier. So that's between the Straight Road, Market Road in the north, Van Vader Street in east, and the south, Copper Street. So that's where we're headed. So yeah, we already went there. Because I was searching for something for a different case here. Let's see. And this is the Gimbal atelier. You just have to walk around the building to find the entrance. Let's see. So here's, you can also entrance it from the other side. So you have here a small road in between. Then you can enter it. I need to talk to this person.
You must be the amazing Alonso.
Sir, if you want to book a show, unfortunately that is not possible. All of my props have been confiscated until further notice. And if you're here to ask me about those burglaries, I have nothing to add to what I've already told the police. It wasn't me.
Let's order mustache, clothing, the hands. Let's see what else. The neck. Alonso is suspicious, or being a woman is not a crime. Character portrait, amazing Alonso.
I'm investigating the burglaries in Grand Sarre. The clues led me to this atelier, but I did not expect to see you here. Someone has clearly been playing tricks on you. Cruel tricks.
It's good to know that you're on my side. I'm here seeking answers the same as you. The person behind this knows my tricks well. So well that it's uncanny. The thing is, I used to practice here back when the atelier was in business. Some of my props are still in the basement. And the answers are too, I think.
What are you waiting for then?
Look around you. This neighborhood is a criminal's paradise. The building is overrun by bandits. What should I tell them? Don't mind me, fellas, I'll be in and out.
Let me compliment you on your disguise, especially the mustache.
Thank you kindly. I wouldn't call it a disguise, though. Alonso is my stage persona. But the moustache is indeed fake, guilty as charged. Mine is a slow grower.
Miss, please, I can see that you're a woman.
Very well, I am a woman. So what? I've learned all my own tricks. I want to be taken seriously, rather than as someone's jumped-up assistant. Do you really think that if I didn't put on this act, I'd bask in the glory of being the world's first female magician?
Actually, that sounds quite plausible.
Huh, that's easy for you to say. Sometimes, if we want to be true to ourselves, we have to pretend to be someone else. My friend told me this once, and I think that he's right.
It strikes me as rather dubious reasoning. Who is this friend of yours?
A close friend, who recently arrived from France. Let's leave it at that. You may have exposed me, but I simply don't see how my personal life is relevant.
Fine. I'll go inside and see if I can find something. Don't go anywhere.
So when you enter, you're gonna get in-game fighting. Yeah, but you can skip it. If you have the option on, you can press the square button to skip it. Let's see. Through the jail doors. So you can head downstairs.
So little light for these little fellas.
Table.
The saw was tested on different materials, most meticulous. The same oranges as we saw at Lane's house. Timed to perfection. These must be the diagrams of all the magic tricks in the amazing Alonso's arsenal.
You're getting warmer, Mr. Sholmes. Warmer still. Join me at the fireplace.
The baiting.
Warmer still. Join me at the fireplace.
And the letter to Sherlock Holmes. Dear Sherlock Holmes, I trusted it's you who are reading this. Clearly no one else would have half the wit to follow the clues. The police are incompetent most everywhere, but here they are, exceptionally pathetic. Imagine my surprise when I learned of you. A diamond in a dung heap, finally worthy opponent. You see, stealing is a kind of magic. Every magician relies on his repertoire of tricks to deceive his audience. Alonso is a good magician, but she is not the best. I am. The real name is Melinda, by the way. Like everything else on this island, our Almaret began to bore me. So I decided to play one last joke before I left. And if you are reading this, the effort was not entirely wasted. I must admit, I have a soft spot for orphans, so I leave you debating. May it go to the good cause. Au revoir, Monsieur Holmes. I hope our paths cross again. Arsène Lupin.
Cordona cypresses and a bonus wallpaper roll.
So now we can head outside. Let's find the door. Which door did we enter?
So, what did you find?
So you can lie if you like to her. she will just question who it is, and the rest of the conversation is the same. And if you tell it's her friend, she will just be angry.
You won't like what I have to say, but you deserve to know. Your French friend, Arsène Lupin, used this place as a hideout.
No, that can't be true. He's staying at Il Palazzo del Luce. He's there at this minute. But how do you know his name?
It is my business to know things, miss. He is the thief. This was all some twisted joke to him.
No, this is just... This can't. He was the only one who understood me. He said that he loved me.
I don't believe that you'll ever see him again. He has slipped away from the island.
Good riddance to him, then. All men are the same, aren't they? They come and go, leaving nothing behind but lies.
Well, he also left the stolen painting.
So you can all give the painting to her, or give the painting to Sir Finlay. Give it to Sir Finlay, and the orphanage will be built, and give it to her, Alonso. She will just move on the island.
It would be best if you return the painting to its rightful owner, Sir Finlay Lane. You will clear your name, and he will build his orphanage.
You are right. I will do that. I never asked your name.
It's Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
I am Melinda Teller. Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
You're welcome, Miss Teller. Good luck.
This is the end of Beyond the Joke. DLC case. And this will unlock the clothing item, the widow's outfit, which will be available right away, and the outfit, the newcomer outfit, which will be rewarded upon completion. Now I will show the other ending, since I wasn't sure where I saved.
So, what did you find?
I will also show the other options, so how she reacts if you say you lie.
You were right. The thief used this place as a hideout.
But who was it? Why did he imitate my tricks?
This was all some twisted joke to him, but you have nothing to worry about anymore. He escaped from the island for good, I believe. However, he has left us with the stolen painting.
Then what happens when you choose you should have it?
Although I generally do not condone misappropriation, I think you should have this painting. Go to Europe, resell it, learn new tricks. Just don't make a show of it. It's still stolen property.
I will think about it. I never asked your name.
It's Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
I am Melinda Teller. Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Miss Teller. Good luck.
This was the other ending, which only influenced the story that will be written in the Cordona newspaper. So yeah, thank you all for watching. You can check the other videos on YouTube. Wish you all well and see you in the next video.